It's a flyweight division bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes to us representing Ascension Athletics with a record of 1 win and 0 losses. Fighting out of Bristol, Connecticut. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Axjaivion Evans. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He comes to us representing the Shea Institute with an undefeated record of 2 wins and 0 losses. Fighting out of South Portland, Maine. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hussin Al-Saadi.
The O has got to go for one of these two fighters. Combined 3-0 are Al-Saadi and Evans. Axjaivion. Love the name, too. And at the weigh-ins yesterday, they said, I'm just going to refer to him as Mr. Evans. And
Mr. Evans. Mr. Evans out of the blue. And we got Hussin in the red. 2-0 versus 1-0. Here we go. We got round 1.
Very exciting matchup, too. If you like speed, you like submission attempts, you're going to have some of that here.
Both looking nice and light. Nice and light and bouncy on their feet.
Evans out of Ascension Athletics does have a knockout victory, too. It's a little unusual for the flyweight ranks of 125. It's a Division II, though. You can really ascend up the ranks, too, as an amateur and as a pro, too, if you build on some success and a good straight right.
Hot. Has him pinned up against the cage. Tries to bring, he does bring him right down to the mat.
You can see Evans, though. He's got that ability. He's got that good defensive mind, too, and he's got a really good ability here, though. Might be giving up his back here to Al-Saadi.
Right into the back here is Hussin, looking to lock in the hooks. He's got one leg locked. Now he's on his back here. Watch out for the triangle or arm bar.
Good little sprawl there as Evans gets back to his feet again. Throws down a hammer fist. Now he's trying to get the back of Al-Saadi himself. Good scramble, both back up as Al-Saadi's back is to the cage. She's showing off that to the crowd here at Aura. Punches back and forth here. Halfway through round number 1 in this flyweight battle.
Nice punches to the body on the break here.
I don't think people realize, too, just on paper, how good of a matchup this is between two very good, crisp, clean fighters.
Both honestly look pretty tall for flyweights. I'm looking at them right now.
Well, Giuliano, I wonder if a little bit of that's aided by the hair. Both have some really good lettuce.
Just ate that knee.
And they're going to stop this one here.
Oh.
Check in on Hussin here.
That would have been a well-placed knee if this was a professional fight.
Yep.
Man.
That's one of the things, too. Training as an amateur, you watch the UFC, you watch this high-level MMA, and then you try to translate that when you're doing your training, and then once you get in the cage, well, you can't really do that.
I don't think that knee was intentional.
No, no.
Yeah, Hussin probably ducked at the wrong time. He looks to be fine. Looks to be okay.
Such a great officiating crew that we have here today. Dale Hart, John English, two well-known in the mixed martial arts. As Hart now talking with Evans just to make sure everything is all copacetic.
And we resume.
Good leg kick there, Al-Saadi. And a great straight right landing on the left cheek of Al-Saadi. Evans in the black trunks, the predominantly white for Al-Saadi. Hussin trying to go to 3-0 as he tags the left cheek there on a nice hook. We talk about seesaw battles a lot in different sports, not necessarily in MMA, but it seems like they're just trading off combos. So Al-Saadi will do a couple combos, then Evans comes back in and does some combos of himself.
Got the 10-second bell here.
Both fighters tenuous. The bell will sound, and we'll head into the break as we get ready for round number 2. And this is not something unusual for Hussin Al-Saadi. Again, came out a little sluggish in the last time out in Lewiston, but then came back resoundingly and was able to get the finish via guillotine choke.
Do you remember what round that was?
Third round, early on in that one, yeah.
We still got plenty of time to work here.
So you also wonder, too, if some fighters like to try to get their opponents to gas out a little bit, knowing that they've got such a large gas tank that they just want to get into that position where their opponent will weaken a little bit. Don't necessarily see that in flyweight, though. It's usually so well conditioned.
Springy.
Yeah. Both corners going over the final preparations here before we start round number 2. It's been a great night so far. Started off with 2 knockouts. Then we had a unanimous decision victory for Everett Roy. And then we saw David Hart, 3rd round finish before we got to this one. Still some great fights left to come. Hussin, again, a very crowd favorite. Understandably why, too, coming from and fighting right in front of his neck of the woods. See Evans, though, he almost looks more confident. He's trying to dissect Al-Saadi now. Positioned right now in the middle of the cage. Oh, wow. Spinning heel kick. Nicely placed, too.
Oh.
They're going to stop this one. Evans said he got hit in the groin there on a kick. The athleticism from Axjaivion was just impressive there.
And we continue.
Though the heel kick didn't land as flush as I think he was hoping, but it was just perfectly placed at least right at cheek level.
And I feel like these two are also, like, in the last fight waiting for someone's wanting to throw, you know.
Do you ever feel that aura? It's aptly named that we're in this venue here, too, that, you're just waiting for something like a big haymaker to come.
Yeah. Yep. They're waiting for that perfect opening.
I wonder if that feint by Al-Saadi might have been one of those ones. He just didn't want to unleash it yet.
Nice little left hook, lead left by Hussin. I'd like to see one of them throw more combos, because it seems like they are waiting for that one punch. But you gotta make the opportunities by throwing multiple kicks, punches, and then following up after.
1-2s again by Al-Saadi. Now, like Muhammad Ali, dodging and ducking through. Under halfway left to go in this second round of this flyweight battle, the amateur ranks. Winner of this one, too, might be in line to see if we can get maybe a flyweight champion here in the amateur ranks.
Is there a current flyweight champion amateur?
I believe so. I'm going to pull that up here while we're going through round number 2. Good back and forth here. The 59th fight card in New England Fights history, and so much history among this promotion here, too. Evans getting his back against the cage, but the movement's so quick. There's never been a professional flyweight champion, but the last one in the NEF was Nate Russell back at New England Fights 52.
Right, he beat Caleb Austin.
Yep. In the 4th round of that one. So that was back in May 23.
Did Nate turn pro after that, or is he still an amateur?
No, that was the last amateur one that they had in the flyweight. Another spinning heel.
Oh, looked like he almost went for an armbar.
Al-Saadi, though, a big flurry at the end. The bell will sound.
That was quick little explosion.
So for the first 2 rounds, Giuliano, what would you say? How would you score this one? Do you give it to Al-Saadi, or do you say Evans has done enough to at least get, or is it split through 2?
It might be split. I don't know. You know, both have kind of little explosions here and there. I'm not a judge.
Yeah, exactly. It's an intriguing endeavor, though. There's so much pressure, and I don't want to be on the other end of the verbal assault from a fighter that might not agree with your decision. But I think that's why this is going to be such a huge third and final round between Evans and Al-Saadi. Whoever comes out and looks to be the more dominant fighter in these next 3 minutes likely will be able to pull off the victory here because it's been so even between these two. Well, we've seen the future of the New England Fights promotion. We've seen the past as well. I've seen a familiar face just above us as well. I think we might be hearing from them very, very soon. Dale Hart's looking and talking with Al-Saadi. Had 2 stoppages already in this fight. One for an inadvertent knee and then one for maybe some contact to the groin. As we are off and underway for round number 3. Such a huge 180 seconds to determine who will be undefeated.
There by Hussin. Oh, body lock. Up against the cage.
Been impressed by the takedown defense here by Evans.
Oh.
And he stopped it again, too, which I'm surprised that they didn't just...
I feel like...
Almost like he called it himself.
Yes, yeah.
Looked like Dale Hart was a little upset at that one, too, like, no, I will break it up next time. Though probably legitimate, though, because Hussin immediately stopped afterwards, knowing that he probably grazed contact.
Nice leg kicks. I'd like to see Hussin maybe throw a head kick, mix it up a little bit.
Will we see another spinning heel kick, too, from Evans? He's thrown 1 in each round so far, 1 hitting, 1 missing.
Another eating that lead leg.
Al-Saadi now taking his position in the center of the cage, putting a little bit more pressure on.
Axjaivion looks like he just switched stances. Went for that head kick.
Al-Saadi just shook it completely off, no selling it. Now a flurry of punches. Under halfway to go in this third and final round. Both fighters undefeated. Al-Saadi 2-0, Evans 1-0. Fans are just waiting for it. Another heel kick. This time he falls to his backside, does Evans. As Al-Saadi trying to rain down some punches, just trying to get in the position. Mouth guard is out, and they'll stop things here. Quick right hook there. Al-Saadi to Evans, knocks it out, and then we're back underway again.
Nice little left there, or right. Axjaivion.
This is going to be a huge last couple of seconds here. Good quick right, followed up by the jab with the left.
40 seconds to go in round number 3. Let's see what these two men have left in the tank to finish up.
You want to leave the judges with something to think about, too, especially when they're scoring that third and final round. Could be split.
Little blitz there by Hussin. Looks like he's trying to pin him up against the cage and just kind of tee off. Oh, and he does, a little bit, briefly.
This is where the rubber meets the road, too. 10 seconds remaining.
See what they got.
Al-Saadi putting him up against the cage. Submission attempt, but it's not going to go anywhere. And we have had 9 minutes of cage action between Al-Saadi and Evans. And now we head to the judges to determine who is the victor and who will stay unblemished. Good fight, though, and I would imagine we'll see both these guys back in the cage again soon. And probably eventually for some New England Fights gold. For Al-Saadi, by the way, it's his 3rd straight New England Fights card that he has competed on. He was in Bangor back in April. He was with us in Lewiston in June, and now he's back here in September. Wonder if he's going to make it 4 for 4 in Bangor in November. As we wait for the judges'
And also
scores.
in his corner,
Yep.
I forget his name.
Escaping me too. I'm trying to. But
Another
nonetheless,
flyweight, though. It's
Yeah.
another. So sorry.
two great fighters so far. And so far, a lot of great fights. We're just trying to get the last little bit here. You see at cage side. It's been a great night of fights. The fans are just waiting for some of their favorites still to come up. We have some great ones coming for you as well, too. Ben Grady, Kyle Pufall. That'll be the main event. Tim Fargo back in the New England Fights cage again, making his
Saw him
second
in
professional
Lewiston.
fight. Yep. See Brian Costco taking on James Lawson.
Yep. And then the amateur middleweight 185-pound title.
Yeah, Brett Martin with the cornrows on today, too. He's got the braids. His hair was getting a little out of control, but he's got those up, and we'll talk about that, too, as he's looking to get back in the cage for the first time in over a year. But now he sent it to Tom LeClaire for the official announcement of the victor in this very, very high-level flyweight bout between Evans and Al-Saadi here in Portland.
After 3 rounds, we go to a decision. Judge Matt Collins scores the contest 30-27 for Axjaivion Evans. Scott Mellon scores a contest 29-28 for Hussin Al-Saadi. Bill McKinnon scores a contest 29-28 for your winner via split decision, Hussin Al-Saadi.
Do me a favor. When they're announced, always say the corner first. When you say the winner, out of the red door. Let's talk to him. Hey, stay in the cage. Stay in the cage. I'll talk to you after.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Hussin Al-Saadi. Brother, that was a close fight. Do you feel like you did enough to get that finish?
Yeah, I know I did enough with the takedowns. I really wanted to test my striking tonight. I think I did pretty good, but I knew I got it with the takedowns.
Brother, you are 3-0 right now. As it stands, what is your next move?
I just want to keep climbing up the rankings, keep fighting, and keep winning, man.
Is a title fight the next fight for you?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. If they want it, I'll take it, yeah.
Let's go, Portland. Make some noise for your winner, Hussin Al-Saadi.